All right, moving on. Number 7. All right, what quadrants does the line below, what quadrants does this thing pass through? All right, so your quadrants are 1, 2, 3, and 4. Looks like this one passes through quadrant 1, not quadrant 2, 3, and 4. So the answer would be 1, 3, and 4. Those would be your quadrants. Usually they're going to write them in like Roman numeral. I guess I would be 1, like a triple I would be 3, and then IV would be 4. All right, just in case you see that notation there. All right, what quadrants will this one pass through? So I'm going to need to graph this to get an idea. It needs to start at -4, and really all I need to know is what my slope is, like whether it's positive or negative. Because it's a negative slope, I know it's going to be doing something like this. I'll go ahead and draw it accurately. But all right, I can't go down 1 and over 2 like that, so I can go up 1 and left 2 instead. But really all you needed to know was that it was a negative slope. Now eventually it's going to cross into quadrant 2 right here. So my answers are going to be 2, 3, and 4. That's my answer. Okay, y equals -2. This one is a special case. So I'm going to go down to -2 on my y value. And I'm going to draw a horizontal line there. So every point that I plot here has to have -2 for a y value. Horizontal line at -2. All right, so my answer is quadrant 3 and quadrant 4 only. 3 and 4. What's the equation of the line that passes through those points? Let's see here. I'm going to plot these points. See what I can find out. -3, 0 is about right here. 6, 6 is going to be 6 to the right and 6 up. So based on this, I can tell that my slope is positive, and I can tell that my y-intercept right here is also positive. Okay, so it can't be that one because the y-intercept's negative, and it can't be this one. This is going to have to be my answer here. Remember, y equals 3/2. That's just a horizontal line. The other way to do it is plug in -3 for x, and you will notice that you're going to get 0 back if you plug in -3 for x. And if you plug in 6 for x, you'll get 6 back for y. Okay, this is the only equation that will do that. What's the equation of the line that passes through these? All right, this time, instead of plotting the points, which is what you could do, I'm going to go ahead and find the slope. I'll subtract the y values. -3 minus 7 over 1 minus 6. I'm going to get -10 on top and -5 on the bottom. -10 over -5 will simplify down to 2. All right, so my slope has got to be 2. That's the only one with a slope of 2. Okay, notice here, if I plug in 6 for x, 2 times 6 minus 5, this is 12. 12 minus 5, and I get 7 back. Okay, so you could confirm your answer. What's the equation of the line that has a slope of 3 and passes through 1, 5? All right, what I'm going to do here to find out my y-intercept, I'll do it graphically first. Because my rise over run is 3, I'm going to, I could go up 3 and right 1 and plot a point there, but I really need to know where it crosses this y-axis. So I'm going to go down 3 units, 1, 2, 3, and then over 1. So 2. 2 is going to be my y-intercept. All right. So my answer here is going to be y equals 3x, because 3 is my slope, plus 2. All right, that's the easy way of doing it. The other way is take your 1, 5 and plug those in to the y equals mx plus b formula, and you can solve for b that way. Okay, so I'll plug in 5 for y, 3 for the m, and a 1 for the x plus b, and then you could use this to solve for your b. 5 is equal to 3 plus b, so b has got to equal 2. I just minus 3 from both sides. Cool. And that's how we found out our b term. What's the slope of the line that passes through those points? The answer is 0. All right. 4, 5 is about, it's about right here. 2, 5 is about right there. And notice that that's a horizontal line, so it's got to have 0 slope. If you did the slope formula, you're going to get 5 minus 5 for your top number, 4 minus 2 for the bottom, and 0 divided by 2 is 0. Okay. Which point is collinear to those two? All right. Yeah, I would plot the points. This would help me rule out some options. 8, 2 would be 8 to the right and up 2, so it would be about right there. So that's definitely not collinear. 12, 15 would be 12 to the right and 15 up. That actually might be my answer. Negative 4, 4 would be 4 left, 4 up. That's not the right answer. And negative 8, negative 10. Negative 10. Yeah, so B and D, each of those might possibly be my answer, so we're going to have to actually find the slope here. All right, 7 minus negative 1. Whoa. 7 minus negative 1 and 6 minus 0. Those are for our original 2 points. 8 over 6 will reduce down to 4/3. Okay, and now I'm going to take 6, 7 and compare it to 12, 15. So if I do 7 minus 15 over 6 minus 12, that'll tell me the slope between those 2 points. Negative 8 over negative 6. And yes, this will reduce down to 4/3. All right, because the slopes are a match, that point must be collinear to the other 2 points. All right, find the x-intercept here. To find the x-intercept, we're going to plug in 0 for y and then solve this equation. So add 8 to both sides. 8 is equal to 3x. And then divide by 3. 3's cancel. So x is equal to 8 over 3. There we go. If you want to, you could try to graph it to figure this out. All right, it's helpful. Negative 8 is down here somewhere. And then we're going to be going up 3 over 1. So that would be your second point, up 3 over 1 again. And then you'd have to eyeball for where this thing crosses the x-axis right here. All right, it's definitely positive, and you could probably tell whether it's, 3/8 or 8/3 just by making those into decimals. That's probably how you could tell.